Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 15th chapter. He that feareth the Lord will do good, and he that hath the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. That is, who? Wisdom. As a mother shall she meet him, and receive him as a wife marrieth or married of a virgin. And that's love, right? That's like that, a man that's never dealt with a woman marrying a virgin, that bond is tight. He ain't letting go of that. Okay, and it says here, mother, like a mother, right? Mother's love for their children, it's like inseparable. So that's how wisdom is going to be, to one that fears the Lord, right, and does good. Verse 3, with the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him the water of wisdom to drink, right? So you're going to abound in understanding and in wisdom, as you dwell with her. He shall be stayed upon her and shall not be moved. Stayed is like to be supported by. And you're going to be stable. You're going to be safe. And shall rely upon her and shall not be confounded. She shall exalt him above his neighbors, and in the midst of the congregation shall she open his mouth. Meaning she's going to give you what to say to raise you up. Okay, when the words of wisdom, like Yahweh Shai, it mentioned, right? I think he was 12, right? Or he was really young. And it says that they marveled at him based on his understanding in the scriptures, right? When his parents, when they went to keep the Passover in Jerusalem, and they were going back and they couldn't find him, and they came searching and they found him in the temple, right? And the doctors of the law were marveling at him because of his knowledge, of his wisdom. The scriptures say that the Lord is going to make him of quick understanding. Verse 6, he shall find joy and a crown of gladness, and she shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name. See that? A name that lasts forever, continually, a good memorial. But foolish men shall not attain unto her, and sinners shall not see her. And it tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon, that wisdom is not going to enter into a malicious soul. Wisdom of Solomon 1:4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. And that's why foolish men shall not attain unto her, and sinners shall not see her. For she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her. See, because she's not near them. Wisdom doesn't dwell with the ungodly or malicious souls. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it was not sent him of the Lord. Let's read that in the GNTD, right? Sirach 15:9. It says here, it is not appropriate for a sinner to sing hymns of praise, because his worship is insincere. Verse 10, for praise shall be uttered in wisdom, and the Lord will prosper it. Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away, for thou oughtest not to do the things that he hateth. See, so don't try to blame the Lord for your sins, right? Because it's not, he hates the sin in itself, right? He hates iniquity. So it's you doing the things that he hates. Don't try to blame him for it. Oh, well, if he controls everybody, then he made me sin. No, don't play that. Verse 12, it says, say not thou, he hath caused me to err, for he hath no need of the sinful man. The Lord doesn't desire sinful people, so why would he cause you to err? What caused you to err is your desire, which led to that temptation. The Lord has made everything. It was man that sought out wicked inventions. You see, there are many inventions. Verse 13, the Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. See, so those that fear the Lord, they also hate abominations. He himself made man from the beginning, and left him in the hand of his counsel, right? So when he made man, he gave him understanding, and left him in his counsel. Right now, he gave concerning Adam the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of what to do, but the decision of whether to do it or not, guess what? Even though ultimately it was the will of the Lord, it was left in the hands of those that made it, or those that made the decision. If thou wilt to keep the commandments, and to perform acceptable faithfulness. He hath set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand onto whether thou wilt, right? Let's read that verse 15 and 16 in the GNTD. And this is basically going into like the will of man, right? The Lord gives you options, and based on what you choose, there's a consequence. So it says, if you want to, you can keep the Lord's commands. You can decide whether you will be loyal to him or not, which it's a fine line, because ultimately, if you are going to be loyal to him or not, that's pre-decided by the Lord anyway. It's just, you feel, right, like you're autonomous to do it, but ultimately what you end up doing is predetermined by the Lord. He has placed fire and water before you. Reach out and take whichever you want. And that's verse 16. So these are going into your options, right? You got to choose carefully. Before man is life and death, and whither him liketh shall be given him. So whichever one you desire is what's going to happen. If you choose life, right, you choose the Lord and live, or you choose sin and wickedness and die. Whichever one you like, that's what you're going to get. For the wisdom of the Lord is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things, right? Everything is before the Lord. He sees it all. And his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. So the things you do, the things you think, the things you try to hide, it's all plain before the Lord. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin. So when people talk about, oh, the laws are done away with, and, you can do whatever you want to do. No. Even the Apostle Paul mentioned, right? Don't use your liberty and your Yahushua as a cloak for maliciousness. Okay, he also said in Romans, right? Do we make void the law? No, we establish the law. So the Most High is not given any man license or permission to sin. And that brings us to the end of the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 15th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachah Kodesh. And until next time, Shalom.